All right, let's talk about something that I think every single one of us deals with. That constant, nonstop chatter that just lives inside our heads. So how do we actually find a little bit of quiet in all that noise?
Does this sound familiar to you? You're, I don't know, trying to focus on something, or maybe just trying to relax, but your mind is just racing. It's got worries. It's got that endless to-do list going. It's like this mental rush that no matter what you do, you just can't seem to find the off switch.
And, this idea, it just captures that feeling perfectly, doesn't it? For so many of us, that internal noise, it isn't just a little distraction. It can feel like a genuine, full-on struggle. Kind of like you're literally wrestling with your own thoughts.
Okay, so let's dig into this a little bit. What is this constant mental noise? And maybe more importantly, where does it even come from?
Well, a lot of the time, this feeling of being totally overwhelmed, it's a direct response to the world around us. I mean, think about it. Modern life is just fast. It's packed with stressors, and our minds get trapped in this high-speed rush that makes finding even a single quiet moment feel, well, almost impossible.
But here's the really interesting part. This mental state, it's not just in your head. Oh no, it is deeply, deeply connected to your body's biology. We're talking about a powerful, ancient alarm system that's literally hardwired into every single one of us. So at the very root of that mental rush is something called the fight or flight response. This is your body's built-in alarm system. And the crazy thing is, it doesn't really care if the threat is a real physical danger or, just a looming deadline at work. It perceives the threat and bam, it floods your system with hormones to get you ready to either fight that problem or run away from it. Okay, here's a really simple way to think about it. Picture your nervous system like a car. You've got two modes. First, there's the gas pedal. That's your sympathetic system. It revs you up and kicks in that whole fight or flight thing. Then you've got the brake pedal, the parasympathetic system. That's what slows everything down, lets you chill out, rest and digest. Now here's the problem. In our crazy modern lives, it's like most of us have our foot just slammed down on the gas pedal all the time. So if our foot is constantly stuck on the gas, how in the world do we learn to use the brake? Well, the great news is there's actually a science to finding calm. And get this, it's way more accessible than you probably think. The whole intervention is surprisingly simple. It's just listening to rhythmic, calm audio. That's it. It's not some complicated program or anything. It could be calm music, a guided meditation. You could even use rhythmic scripture readings. The key thing here, though, is the rhythm. That's what matters.
So what happens when you do this? Well, listening to that calm, rhythmic audio, it actually triggers this powerful chain reaction in your body. Step one, your levels of cortisol, that's the main stress hormone, they start to drop. And as soon as that happens, it sends a signal to your body basically saying, hey, the threat is gone. And that is what finally allows your brake pedal, that parasympathetic system, to kick in and do its job.
And this is where it all comes together. This leads us to the most powerful part of the whole process, the actual real-life transformation from all that noise to a state of peace. And let's be super clear about something. This is not just about thinking happy thoughts or positive thinking. No, what you're doing is creating a tangible, biological shift inside your own body. You are literally moving from a state of internal conflict, one that's fueled by all those stress hormones, to an actual physiological state of calm. And the result of that shift, it can feel absolutely profound. It's what's often described as a peace that passes all understanding. It's this deep sense of calm that doesn't just quiet the noise for a second, but it actually protects, it keeps your heart and your mind from getting sucked back into that rush. It is quite literally the feeling of finally taking your foot off the gas pedal and gently pressing the brakes. So, I'm going to leave you with a question. Now that you know you have this simple but incredibly powerful tool right at your fingertips, a way to engage your body's own natural system for finding calm, what noise are you going to choose to quiet today?